There's a face-off here against Chesterfield Falcons versus the St. Louis Rockets. Here at Kennedy Ice Rink down south. Cold and blistery day. Fallis at the point. Parrish picks up the puck. Passes it up to Jansen. Jansen can't quite get in control of it. Chesterfield comes out with the puck, across into the neutral zone. Fallis gets a puck on it and sends it back deep and goes for a line change. Fresh lines for both teams. Chesterfield back into the neutral zone again. Circles back and around. Shot wide right. Sammons picks it up. Sends it towards the blue line. Chesterfield keeps it inside the zone. Back at the point. Rockets. Shot on net. Got a bad piece of ice right there next to the goal. Puck stopped immediately. Sammons with the puck, flips it up, hand pass to himself, back to Sammons behind the net, hits that soft ice again. That's going to be a problem. Chesterfield still inside the zone. Shot covered by Mormon. Draw goes to Chesterfield. Then Alexander comes up with the puck. Rockets trying to get it back out of the zone again. Fallis passes up. Rockets clear the zone. Offsides on the Rockets. 12:37 left in the first period. Face-off, won by Chesterfield. Rockets can't keep it inside the zone. Rockets change directions. Send it back to neutral. Chesterfield back into the zone. Check on the board. And the Rockets send it deep into the corner. Shot deflected, and then a shot again goes up into the net for a face-off here in the Chesterfield side of the ice. Face-off Aikens sends it back to Fallis. Fallis sends it around the side of the board. The Rockets trying to make something happen. Chesterfield comes into the neutral zone with the puck, heading back the other way pretty quick. Sammons gets a check. Back into the slot, sends it around the side of the boards. Fallis throws his body against the boards. Salmon sends it up to his winger. Gets checked right into the boards. Oh my goodness. Salmons goes face first into the boards, gets up a little slow, but it looks like he's okay. Gets the puck, sends it across the ice over to Gross. Gross skates up. Shot on net. Goalie covers and then gets rid of it. Back to the point. Benoit sends a shot. And Rockets get a goal with about 10 minutes left in the first period. Looks like Aikens deflected it and went in. Gardner sends it deep and left. Rockets send it towards the net again. Back up to Gardner on the point. He passes down. Gardner tries to pinch, loses control. Over to Benoit. Benoit sends it back. I guess they're going with icing. Offsides. Offsides? Yeah. Oh, yeah, offsides all the way down there in the corner. Salmons and Follis back in on D. Parrish at center. Giorgio right wing, and not sure who's on the left wing. Salmons. Chesterfield. Rockets center and covered by the goalie. Salmon sends it back deep. Giorgio gets a stick on it. Chesterfield comes out with it. Great back check by Giorgio. Shot wide right. Back to the point for Chesterfield. Chesterfield shoots it deep wide right again. Follow-up shot, misses the goal. Giorgio out in front, can't quite get a hold of it. Salmon skates up, sends it over to Parrish, who, whiffs on it going deep. Whoops, sorry. Chesterfield back with it, flips it in. Benoit chasing the puck. He's got somebody on his tail. Benoit skates out. Sends it up to Gross. Rockets send it back deep again, keep it inside the zone. Benoit. Gross shot wide right. Follis steps up. Tries to pinch, but the puck goes through. Should be a no. They wave icing off. Chesterfield, somebody right in front of the net. Alexander gets it out of the zone. Chesterfield in the neutral zone. They try to flip it into the zone, but get offsides call. .647 left in the first period. Face-off right outside the Rockets zone. Chesterfield wins the face-off, I guess. It's in the Rockets, in Chesterfield's zone. Gardner sends it back into the neutral zone across Chesterfield. Offsides on the Rockets. Chesterfield wins the faceoff. Chesterfield behind their own net, looking to outlet the pass. Gardner gets it. And loses it. Chesterfield on a foot race. Wags trying to get back there to back check. Does, but then they still get a shot. Still a good back check. Shot deflected at the point for Chesterfield. Chesterfield sends it over to the left side of the boards. Chesterfield through the zone, across the blue line. Tries to get a shot, gets deflected in front. Shot again, gets all the way through. Deflected by Mormon in front, or blocked by Mormon, They clear the zone and it's offsides on Chesterfield. 5:20 left in the first period. Face off, one, back to Salmons. Chesterfield heading back the other way. And there'll be a penalty on the Rockets. Akins heads to the penalty box. Interference, roughing. Is that interference, roughing? Interference, roughing? Roughing? Roughing's the call. Akins in the box. Rockets on a penalty kill. Chesterfield with the shot. Blocked out in front. Salmons skating out. Taking it all by himself. And he gets held up. Chesterfield across to the other side of the ice. Flawless there. Offsides on the Rockets. .433 left in the period. 1:03 left in the penalty kill. Face off goes to nowhere. Chesterfield picks it up. Rockets change D. Benoit sends it back to center ice over to Harbarger. Gross picks it up. Skates across the blue line. 3-on-1. Gross goes past two guys. Shot off the right post. Gross looking to center. It does so, but nobody's there. Chesterfield clears the zone. Parrish gets it in the neutral zone. Sends it over to Giorgio. Or no, not to Giorgio. Harbarger. And it's offsides on the Rockets. Faceoff's coming to center ice. Parrish wins the draw. Chesterfield crosses the line. Sammons gets a stick on it. Center pass, deflected in front. Sammons flips it up over the top. Mouth flips it out. Or Alexander. Follows. Circles around, loses the puck. Tries to get it to his winger. Follows with the puck. Skates in. Skates around. Tries to get a shot, but Chesterfield gets a stick on it. Puck almost bounces up over into the goal. Gardner into the neutral zone, sends it deep. Oh, not quite deep enough. Chesterfield crosses the blue line. Center pass, but it's deflected. Chesterfield chasing after it. Shot, looks like it was a little wide right, bounced either off the post or the goalie's pad. The Rockets get it to the winger and then to center, but can't quite get control of the puck. Center pass, shut down by the Rockets defenseman. And shot from the point, glove saved by Mormon. 52 seconds left in the first period. Score still 1-0. Rockets are up. Face-off won by the Rockets. Over to Sammons. Sammons passes it over to Benoit. Benoit sends it up the side of the ice. Benoit sends it down. It's going to be icing on the Rockets. 36 seconds left in the first period. Face-off won by the Rockets, back to Benoit. Then Chesterfield ends up with and gets a shot towards the slot area. Glove saved by Mormon.
Is that Ike's dad DJing over there?
Giorgio centered to Akins. Akins circles around, is looking to center it back. Back to the point. 8 seconds left. Over to Sammons. Sammons shot. Rockets get a goal right at the end of the period there. All stemming from Salmon's shot from the point, deflected off a couple guys. Not sure who got the eventual goal. But great job by the Rockets pounding that in at the end of the period. Face-off, Rockets. Gross flips it deep into the zone. Chases after the puck. Center pass. Rockets can't quite connect on that pass. Chesterfield coming back the other way through the neutral zone, coming fast. Rockets have numbers. Shot wide right, but glove saved by Mormon. 14:39 left in the second period here. Face off, Chesterfield. Shot immediately, bounces off the pad of Mormon. Marburger to Parrish. Parrish shot. Probably goes wide left and high. Chesterfield centers through the neutral zone. Parrish picks the puck up, passes it up. Marburger can't quite get there fast enough. Parrish. Rockets get back on sides. Marburger sends it towards the net. Trickles over. Goalie doesn't even need to touch it. Chesterfield in control. Coming out of the neutral zone. Through the neutral zone, I mean. Shot ends up going wide left. Alexander. And that's going to be icing on the Rockets. 13:07 left in the second. Puck's coming all the way back to the other side of the ice. Face off, controlled by Chesterfield. Shot ends up going left, or maybe it bounced off the goalie's pad, didn't see it. Shot from the point by Chesterfield. Salmon circles behind. Pass over to Alexander through the neutral zone. He's got speed. Hellwig sends it back into the zone. It's Chesterfield behind their own net. Oh. Great save by Mormon. Missed it on camera. Shot. Salmon's battling for puck control. Sends it over to his winger. Chesterfield point. Nice little check. Chesterfield heads back into the zone. Salmons sends him outside. Shot deflected off of the leg pad of Mormon. Back to the Rockets as they head the other way. Oh! McLaughlin couldn't stay on sides. Puck came quick. Follis Benoit on defense. Ryleman, McLaughlin, Giorgio on offense. Giorgio puts his shoulder into it. Looking to back to the point. Shot by Follis. Get deflected. And then Ryleman gets the goal. Hopefully I got that on tape. Ryleman with the goal with 11:05 left in the second period. Face off back to Chesterfield's D. They send it up to their wingman. Rockets get back control of it. Giorgio's chasing. Oh! Big hit there. Oh, he's calling a roughing on that. Roughing, cross check. Kind of caught him blindsided. Rockets on a penalty kill again with 10:49 left in the second. Face-off won by Chesterfield over to the right point. He shoots, and it's a glove save by Mormon. Face-off won by Rockets. Rockets spinning around the boards. Chesterfield tries to center it. Salmon's chasing back into the corner. Skates around the side. Gets control of the puck. Salmon sends it out of the zone. Chesterfield collects it in the neutral zone. Sends it back in. Follis, Akins. And they're going to give him a roughing call on that one. Elbow into the back. It's going to give us a 4-on-4 for 42 seconds, and then the Rockets will go into a power play for another 30 seconds or so. 45 seconds. Parrish at center. Parrish wins the draw, back to Benoit. Benoit skates around. And then loses the puck. Follis sends it back towards Chesterfield's zone. Chesterfield shot. Deflected by Mormon off his shoulder. Back to the point. Chesterfield shot again. Another deflection off Mormon's chest. Follis skates the puck in, tries to get into the zone, and then Gross picks it up, sends it in, and gets an icing call on the Rockets. Face off right outside Chesterfield zone. Parrish taking the face off here. Benoit Follis on defense. Gross. Parrish sends the puck into their zone. Benoit battling. Gross tries to get control of the puck. Foot race between Follis and Chesterfield. Pretty physical game today. 16 seconds left in the power play for the Rockets, and the puck goes up into the net. Gross, Parrish, Marburger, Salmons, Gardner in for the Rockets. Face off. Back to Chesterfield's point. Shot covered by Mormon. 8:36 left in the second period. 5 seconds left in the power play for the Rockets. Not much of a chance to do anything with the 40-second power play. Chesterfield loses a skate. Icing on Chesterfield. Let's send the puck down to the other side of the ice. Salmons, Gardner back on D. Face off back to Chesterfield. Alexander tries to check. Misses. There's another penalty. Another elbow in the back. Pearson with the penalty. A lot of these kids play on the Parkway Central team with Guerin. No, Levinson, Pearson definitely do. Hellwig can't quite get control of the face-off. Salmons back into the neutral zone. Back in control for Chesterfield. Pass up to Alexander. He crosses the blue line. Can't do much with it though. Alexander in the neutral zone. Passes it up to Hellwig. Hellwig across the blue line. And then the Rockets lose the zone. Salmon's collecting it, waiting for everybody to get on sides, and heads in. That's another penalty. Chesterfield, another roughing call with the elbow in the back of the head or elbow in the back, either way. Rockets go on a 5-on-3 for 36 seconds with 7:15 left in the second period. See if the Rockets can remain patient here and get a goal. Another goal. Chesterfield flips it up. Benoit at the point. Benoit sends it back deep. Center pass Rockets. Follis from the point. Quick shot. And it's in. 7:02 left in the second period. Rockets up. Four nothing. Rockets center. Ends up being a shot on net and the goalie covers. Benoit and Follis still back on D. McLaughlin at center. Ryleman and Giorgio in on the wings. Draw over to Ryleman, who gets a shot off the left post. Giorgio collects the puck behind the net. Looks to pass it, but gets deflected in front. Giorgio sends it to Ryleman. Ryleman's shot. Pretty much right at his glove for the goalie to cover. 6:38 left in the period. 53 seconds left in the penalty. Rockets still on a power play for 53 more seconds. Follis and Gardner still in. Wagner on defense, actually. Wagner and Gardner on defense. They fall back. Shot deflected by Wagner. Over to Ryleman. Ryleman passes up to Giorgio. Giorgio takes it across the blue line. And I guess that was offsides on the Rockets. I didn't see it really. Wagner and Gardner still on defense. Akins, Kai, and Grossen on offense. Chesterfield behind the Rockets net, trying to center, but nobody's out in front. Still 18 seconds left in the power play for the Rockets. Gross comes out with it, heads across the blue line, sends it up off the boards, and it hits a Rocket for a dead play. Dead puck. Akins sends it over. Salmon sends it over to the boards. Center pass. Rockets can't quite connect. Chesterfield intercepts it, heads back the other way. Shot covered by Mormon with 5:16 left in the second. Rockets clear the zone. Parrish. Oh, offsides on the Rockets. That had to be close. 5:02 left. Jansen, Parrish. And Marburger on offense. Follis tries to get a stick on it, slows him down. Chesterfield points at the point. Follow us in the neutral zone. Chesterfield heading back the other way. They got a guy in the middle. Rockets ever able to clear the zone. Chesterfield sends it across. Pass across the ice over to, not sure who that was, sorry, Jansen. Face-off's coming at center ice. Puck drop one by Chesterfield. Giorgio chasing. What a save by Mormon. Chesterfield had him right in front of the net. Shot it right at him. 3:19 left in the period. He's getting up a little slow. He's okay. Face off. Flip back to Chesterfield. Keep it in the zone. Send it towards the net. Gardner circles around, bounces it off the boards. Giorgio in a foot race. Oh, most. Giorgio again. He's got number. Oh, tried to get it across the center, but he couldn't quite get it there to Alexander. Alexander back checking. Chesterfield loses the zone. Blocked by Benoit. Now Giorgio again. Giorgio. Oh, gets it around. Can't get a shot off before it goes behind the net. He centers to. And Chesterfield heads back the other way through the neutral zone across the red line and sends it deep into the Rockets zone. They all go for a line change. Gardner picks up the puck, sends it across the ice. Oh. Giorgio wasn't quite ready to receive, but Gross is there. Hellwig with the puck, loses control. Chesterfield picks it up across the blue line again. Salmon slows the play down a little bit. Rockets heading the other way. Rileman passes it over to Gross. Gross shot. Oh, off the top bar. Back to Follis. Follis sends it down deep and around. Center pass. Nobody's there. Rockets keeping it in the zone still. Gross working hard. Sends it back to McLaughlin. McLaughlin sends it back over to Gross. Gross centers back to McLaughlin, then Follis with a shot. It's low, it's hard, and then Chesterfield ices the puck. 1:10 left in the second period. It's going to bring the puck back to the other end of the ice, where you've got Akins at center, Jansen on the left wing. Follis and Salmons on defense. Rockets lose the zone, but keep it close. Salmon's back with the puck in the middle ice. Chesterfield's still throwing some elbows. Oh, they're going to call that one. Salmons draws the penalty or takes it. He's had a pretty tough game today. He's been getting thrown around a little bit. But that's how he plays. Rockets going to go on a power play with 34 seconds left in the second period. Good thing we got him that new helmet. Protect his brain. Face off, won by Akins. Shot, wide right. Wags with the shot there. Puck back into the neutral zone. Wags picks it up. Heads back the other way. 20 seconds left in the period. Offsides on the Rockets. Big time offsides. Face off outside the line, blue line here in the neutral zone. Chesterfield wins the face-off. Benoit. Jansen. Here's a chance. Goal by Jansen. What an angle he had there. That was pretty sweet. And Chesterfield is just going to be getting a little bit more ticked off as this game progresses at this pace. They're already being a little chippy. See if that changes or if they slow down a little bit. Jansen with that goal there. What a great angle. Parrish comes away with the puck across the blue line. Oh. Period is over. No buzzer. It's going to bring us to the third period. .15 minutes remaining in the game here today. Starting off the third period. Gardner and Fallis on defense. Fallis, Marburger, and Parrish in on offense. Parrish at center. Center ice face-off. Won by Parrish. Sends it back to Gardner, who sends it back up to past the blue line. Chesterfield collects the puck. Chesterfield keeps from going off sides there. Off one of the posts. Didn't see which one. The Rockets clear the zone. Chesterfield collects it in the neutral zone, then whiffs on it. Gardner collects the puck. Fallis sends it around. Parrish. Giorgio takes it all by himself, sends it back to the point. Fallis sends it deep. Issue with the clock, sending a buzzer and a dead play. Rockets up 5-0, 13:52 left in the third. Face off, controlled by the Rockets. Giorgio keeps it in. Again, Giorgio back checking, keeping the puck in the zone. Gardner slows the Chesterfield team down. Over to Fallis. Fallis bounces off the ice. Over to Parrish. Parrish sends it over through the neutral zone. Intercepted by Chesterfield. Parrish, Giorgio, Harburger, Marburger. Marburger sends it back across the ice. Chesterfield again. Somewhat of a shot there. Gets covered by Mormon at goal. Chesterfield comes away with the face-off. Center pass, cross, nobody there. Alexander tries to collect the puck. Another center pass, deflected in front part by Gross. Salmons misses the puck. Pushes his way through, has control. Sends it over, flips it over the top, deep into the zone. Benoit. Gross. Oh, that's another penalty. Salmons gets another elbow in the back of the head. I guess the third one he's gotten. $11:59 left in the third period. Rockets up 5-0, as you can see on the scoreboard there. Rockets going into a power play here for a minute and a half. Number 91 with the roughing call again. Gross heads after the puck. Chesterfield. And they're going to call Gross for something. It's going to put us in a 4-on-4 situation. That interference, roughing. Rockets it's going to be 4-on-4 here for a minute 13. Face off. Won by the Rockets. Across the blue line. Rockets send it deep and ends up on net. Chesterfield's goalie sends it over to the right. Chesterfield sends it across the ice. It's going to be an icing. And it's going to be icing on Chesterfield. Wags. Shot. Oh, deflected over the top of the net. The Rockets in the neutral zone. Fallis. Chesterfield gets a slow shot towards the net. Mormon just kicks that puck aside. 3-on-1. Oh, they lose control of the puck. 2-on-2 now, deflected. Mormon deflects it. Chesterfield had a chance there, but couldn't get enough on the shot to make anything happen. Chesterfield again sends it. Mormon covers. 10:19 left in the period. Rockets now on a penalty kill for 1 minute and 37 seconds. Face off, Chesterfield. Aikens reverses direction. Jansen going after the puck. Good stick. Gardner behind or right side, flips it around to the left side. Jansen picks it up. And then Aikens on the run. Shot deflected and up and over the net. Sammons picks up the puck. Sends it. Tries to get it outside the zone. Chesterfield shut that down at the blue line, and then the puck deflected up and over the bench, into the bench. 8:55 left in the period. 13 seconds left in the penalty kill for the Rockets. The Rockets changed lines here. Giorgio. Gross sends it deep and hit on net. Goalie starts to cover and then kicks it off over to the right side. The Rockets contain the blue line. Gross. Oh. Gross with a shot wide right. The Rockets still keeping it in the zone. Giorgio to Gross. Gross with some momentum. And Chesterfield into the neutral zone. No icing. Gross picks the puck up, sends it to Giorgio. Giorgio passes over to Parrish. Parrish back over to Giorgio, but can't quite get through the Chesterfield players. Follows again with the puck. Sends it across. Giorgio battling for the puck again. Seven minutes left in the third. Sammons loses the puck. Parrish skating hard. Parrish outskates him, gets there, little backhand shot to score with 6:40 left. .640 left in the third. Face-off won by Chesterfield. And then picked up by the Rockets. Akins heads into the neutral zone, loses the puck. Marburger sends it deep. Wag sends it deep again. Akins in front. Gets a stick on his shot, so quick shot. Akins back. Oh, loses it. Oh no, that was not offsides. Offsides on the call, but that was not offsides. 5:52 left in the third. Gartner, Benoit on defense. Hellwig at center. Alexander right wing. Pass to Gardner. Gardner up to Alexander. Alexander fights through a couple guys. Benoit sends it back to Alexander, who sends it back to the point. Shot deflected by Mormon right in front of him. He's able to kick the puck out of the way, or maybe move the puck out of the way. Jansen, or Hellwig, I mean. And a hook. That'll send Chesterfield to the box for a minute and a half with 5:16 left in the third period. Puck face-off coming back going down into the Chesterfield zone with the penalty on Chesterfield. Hellwig, Alexander, Benoit, Gardner, and Jansen. Hellwig sends it. The Rockets with the puck in front of the net, then lose it. Send it up. Oh, Gardner loses the blue line. Benoit is after the puck. Looking to outlet it. Sends it past into the neutral zone. Hellwig. Back to Benoit. Benoit sends it across. Oh, man, that was super close. Alexander almost had a great opportunity there for a shot. And then goes on net. And then Mormon covers. Chesterfield a little bit upset with a little push in the back at the end of the play there, but that was nothing. Puck into the neutral zone. Chesterfield gets on sides. 2-on-2. Shot high and left. Back at Chesterfield point, they shoot it. Gets deflected in front by a Rocket. Another shot deflected. Chesterfield circles around. Salmon's there to get a stick on it. Chesterfield at full strength. Sends Chesterfield into the box again. It's going to be a... Yes, the Rockets and Chesterfield both have one guy in the box. So they're 4-on-4 for 32 seconds, and the Rockets will go into a power play. Benoit in the neutral zone. Waits for his team to get on sides. Oh, and then shoots a puck off of Giorgio's knee. That had to hurt. Chesterfield into the zone. Rockets able to get cleared again. Chesterfield with momentum back in. Skating hard. Shot wide right. Marburger behind the net. Parrish looks to center it across, but Chesterfield gets a stick on it. Back into the neutral zone with Chesterfield in control. Oh! Then Jansen comes away with the stick. Looking to center. Oh, can't quite get there. Both teams battling for the puck. Hellwig contains it on the blue line. Salmon steps up. Over to Parrish. Back to Salmon. Salmon sends it over to the corner. Puck loose. Chesterfield picks it up behind the net. Skates out and around, and Rockets can't keep the zone there. Icing on Chesterfield. 1:39 left in the third period. Salmon's Gardner in on defense. Aikens, Gross, and can't tell who's on the left wing today. I know, I should know all the names by now, folks. Sorry. Gardner. Shot. Deflected out in front. Rockets battling out there. Gross sends it back towards the center again. And goes towards the Chesterfield goalie, and he covers with 1:20 left in the game. Rockets change their defense out. Follis and Wagner in. Face-off won by Chesterfield. McLaughlin's the other winger. Oh, the Rockets didn't have anybody in front of the net. Only had 48 seconds left for Mormon to keep that shutout. But Chesterfield comes up with a goal with 48 seconds left in the third period. So close for Mormon. Offense changing it up. Ryleman, McLaughlin, and Alexander in on offense now. Wagner goes after the puck behind the net. Another elbow in the back. McLaughlin heading the other way. Slows himself up. Deflected out in front, and then Alexander with the backhand, but can't quite get it over the top of the goalie's pads. 26 seconds left. Salmons and Benoit come back in on defense. Face off. Alexander back to Salmons. Salmons sends it back deep. Salmon's great pass, crossed over. Oh, shot on net. And Mouth follows it up. The deflection off the goalie up in front. Net. Alexander follows it up and gets the goal. It's going to bring us to the final seconds of the third period. 7-1. Face off, Rockets send it deep, and that's going to be the end of the period. End of the game. Rockets always happy to beat Chesterfield. A lot of games this weekend, folks. Hope you enjoyed all the hockey between two Rockets teams and a Parkway Central team. It's been a lot of fun. We'll see everyone next time.
Yeah.